What's going on, guys? Not only am I a video game channel, I guess I'm an exercise channel too. Let me just get this straight. Well, I'm gonna discuss and review and give my thoughts and opinions on steel supplements, Andro-1 and Alpha-1. Alpha-1's the PCT. Andro-1 is their pro hormone. Now, I'm not going to get into what Andro-1 really is, like, scientifically. If you want, Steel has some good videos where a bunch of buff-ass dudes are going to talk to you about it and tell you what's in it, what it does, and all this and that. But basically, all you need to do is that it's like a baby steroid pro hormone, and the goal of it is to make you stronger, put on size. Now, let's get into gains. Straight to the good shit. Gains. Did I see any gains? Yes, I did see gains. I saw probably about like put on about 10 pounds by the end of the cycle. The first couple of weeks, I didn't really notice anything too crazy, and then around week 3, week 4, I was starting to look real like veiny, real vascular, cap shoulders, traps popping out a little bit more. Shirts were a little bit more fitted, which was good. I also noticed that my squat, I was targeting 5x5s on compound lifts, and those went up, became a little bit easier to do. What I noticed is that this is probably gonna basically it's gonna amplify the way that you train. Like if you're training for size, you're gonna grow in size. If you train for like cardio and stuff like that, it's basically you're gonna achieve your goal easier. Like it's gonna basically all that's gonna happen is it's gonna amplify the way that you train and make it easier for you to achieve that goal. That being said, I probably could have put on more weight, but I was lean bulking. Essentially, I was eating at a caloric surplus, but a lot of it was meat, not a lot of carbs. Again, very, very lean. So I still kept didn't really put on any fat, but I did put on a lot of size in my legs. So yeah, I would say gain wise towards the end, you're looking really good. I put on maybe I ended up maxing out on bench at 315, and I was 170 pounds when it happened, whenever I maxed. So 315, deadlifting 405, squatting 405, deadlifting I don't even know what it was. I tend not to go too heavy on my deadlift just because I always fuck up my back, and that shit is always spooky to me. It's always kind of freaky. Now let's get into the side effects. Now let me just go ahead and preface this and say that everything is subjective to each person. Everyone's body's different, but this is some of the things I noticed with me. For the first 2 weeks after I would take the pill, I would try to take it on an empty stomach. I would take it, and it would kill my stomach. It would kill it for 30 minutes. It would not feel too good. It hurt kind of like shit for the first couple of weeks. Nothing unmanageable though. Then I'd have to say heartburn. I had a shit ton of heartburn. And this shit was no bueno. I didn't really fuck with the heartburn, which actually forced me to stop token, and because that sometimes give me heartburn too, and I didn't want to interfere with it, so I had to chill with that, and so essentially I had more heartburn. I had to drink lots and lots of water, and was popping Altoids like they were damn Altoids, popping Tums like they were damn Altoids. What else did I notice? I hate to be graphic, but shitting was a little different too. You used to right now, just you need to go take a shit, you go take a shit, and you just and it all comes out. Well, whenever I was on this, it was not I could still go to the bathroom, but it was kind of like your butthole feels different, or at least mine did. Maybe I'm just weird, but my butthole felt different, and my shit was kind of different. like not a different color or anything like that, but just like the way it came out. And I know this is very vague and it sounds weird and it's probably disgusting, but again, that's just a side effect I noticed while I was on this. And after I hopped off onto the PCT, I didn't have any problems. Like after that, like I went back to normal. Um, what else? What else? What else? The PCT. All right. Let me talk about mental shit first. So mental shit. Some people have it, other people don't. Everyone's brains are wired differently. Um, so like if you have like mental, like if you got like anxiety or like you deal with shit. I'm not gonna go into specifics because I'm not gonna pretend I'm that smart. Um, you might notice like some shit. So normally, like basically towards the end of the Andro-1 cycle, I noticed that I was a little bit more like I was confident, but like more testy. So like I was more confrontational. So if someone was to say some like say some shit to me or something like that, I was a lot more confrontational. Like I was a lot less likely to let it slide. I was more likely to say something back. If that makes sense. Like I wasn't ready. I wasn't rearranging drywall. I wasn't beating on women. I wasn't doing nothing ridiculous. I wasn't out here starting fights and shit like that. It is not. It's nothing like that. Like Roy Rage, whatever the fuck. There's nothing like that. I was a bit more confrontational, however. Um, and then while I was on the PCT, I noticed around like week 2, 3, 4, I didn't notice it at first, but then like afterwards in hindsight, I realized what had happened. I had fallen into like a slump, if that makes sense. So like I don't want to say I was depressed. I was like, and like I don't want to say sad, but I was just like melancholy. Like if y'all can go look that up, it's not a vegetable, I promise. Um, it's like you're just bland. Everything's gray. Like normally I'd be bumping like some good ass music coming from home from the gym. Like now, some bangers. But then I was just listening to like fucking like sad ass R&B and stuff like that. Like coming home from the gym and stuff like that. And then it was bizarre. It's like someone had snapped their fingers, and just like that, I was out of it. Like I mean, not out of it, like out of that slump. Like it was just like all of a sudden I realized I was like, oh damn, I was in a slump, and I was all good again. Um, but all in all, I would say that steel. I think it was the mass gainer. Maybe it was the mass gainer or mass stack. The steel Andro-1 and the steel Alpha AF were good products. Oh, your balls do get smaller. Don't worry. It's just because your balls aren't producing testosterone. It will come back, however, so don't worry about that. You might notice you are a bit more horny on it too. But, I mean, some people, I mean, that's either, I mean, I don't see that as a bad thing. Some people might, but whatever. Um, but all in all, I'd say the product's a good product. I would rate it probably like an 8 out of 10. The only reason it's not going to be like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 is because some of the side effects, like, were really starting to fuck with me. Like I just don't like the feeling of like my heart burning. And I also didn't like the slump that it put me in. However, the pumps were really good. It was like you could catch a pump doing really anything. And I kept most of my gains. Like I still am at, like I went from 175 to 185, and I've kept those gains. Like everything, I still max out at all the same max outs that I had. I might throw up on here some pictures at the end, or throw up like what weights, just so you can see. But all in all, I would say this product is a pretty dope product. If you go and you order it online, Google a promo code before you do buy it, and it'll knock $30 off. That's what I did. You just Google a promo code, and it'll give you some promo code somewhere, like honey or some shit like that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for y'all today. If you're into weightlifting and shit like that, check out Andro-1. If not, I got some more videos on the way. Just bear with me. I'm just going to be posting stuff on here as it goes. So, y'all take care.